Good day guys, and welcome to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to sew a beautiful flap just like this. So stick to the end of this video and let's get started. So first of all, after fixing your neck, you measure out 8 inches and then we create a cut right there to the 8 inches. And make sure your clothes has a center line, which is the line you're seeing right here. So now I have a video on how I dress these flaps so you can make reference to them. So this smaller one now, I'll be stitching it with less than quarter inch as small as I can sew. So we stitch it together to the end, and then you turn it over and then cover it up. So guys, if you are new to this channel, I would like you to subscribe, turn on the notification bell and like this video so that whenever we post content you will always be notified about them. Thank you. So when you are sewing the flap, make sure you don't rush, because it's not something that you would like to see mistakes after you're done. So after this, we come to the edge here. Make sure the allowance goes in and then we close it up. This particular piece is just for the pressing button. Yes. And I used thick collar gum to dress it. The same thick collar gum was also used to dress the flap. So this is how it looks, which is the inner flap, and then we are placing the major flap outside. So you arrange it from inside out. You are sewing from inside out. Then on this particular one now, we are sewing quarter inch or a bit more than quarter inch. The entire trick here in the sewing of the front flap is that when you are done sewing, we want it to come to the center. That is, we want the allowance of the flap to come to the center of the shirt. I don't know if you understand. I'll show you just now. So you trim off the excess allowance here. So now watch closely. Look at this. I want this shirt to meet at the center of the flap, so that whatever you are fixing, you are sure that your flap is at the center of your clothes. So now right now we measure out 8.5 inch. Then we'll start sewing from there. You start sewing at the edge of the fabric. So make sure your lines are very straight on the front flap, because that is one of the places that eyes usually get to in every senator. So make sure you take your time to get at the edge. And you turn it this way. Also make sure you push in those allowances. Let it not be popping out at the front of your shirt. So guys, like I said before, if you have not subscribed to this channel, guys, you're not doing us good and you're not doing yourself good, because on this channel we only post things that will make you better as a fashion designer, especially male tailoring, male fashion. So guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell and like this video, guys. Thanks so much. So now when you get to this point, that's to the same place your notch is, the same place your cutting stopped, you stop there, and then you come to the front like this and just make a temporary stitch on the flap. Make sure you don't stitch it, because you are still going to lose that particular stitch arrange the edges of the flap, that's the end, or let's say the edge, the edge. Arrange them the way you want it to be, and then just get a stitch there so that you don't lose the setting. So after that, we'll go ahead to complete the sewing at the down part. So right now, when you are sewing this particular place, when you are sewing flap, any flap, make sure you make use of the center line as a guide to take you through the process. Make sure you make use of your center line. Whatever you are sewing, the line must always meet at the center. The flap must end at the center of your shirt. So guys, this place was a little shaky while sewing it because of the presence of this buckle. But when you are sewing a plain flap, it won't disturb you like this. And equally, I forgot to tell you there are two ways you can also do this. Because if you look at the design, you see that the buckle design was placed on top of the flap. So you can equally make your own after you finish fixing the flap. You can just create that design and then place it on top of the flap. But I decided to do mine before, actually. So I have a video on how to make this flap, this exact design with this buckle and everything on it, how I dressed the flap. And you should know that the dressing of the flap is part of the beauty of it. If you don't know how to dress it perfectly, you won't be able to sew it perfectly. So guys, the link of that video will be at the end of this video. So I would like you to click on it and watch it just right after you're done watching this. So guys, you close it at about 7 inches. Once you get to 7 inches, you turn over and then close up your sewing. That 7 inches will be for the pressing button allowance. So that is it. Keep watching because the pressing process is far more important to the finishing of your flap. So this is how you iron your flaps. Whenever you are done sewing of a flap, you have to sprinkle water at the back of the flap and give it a quality pressing. You don't press your flaps from the front because you end up only ironing the flap without getting to the wrinkles or the squeezy parts. So it's from the back you get to the squeezy parts, and so that's where we iron our flaps from. Iron it very well with water and a hot iron. So guys, we've gotten to the end of this video. Thanks for sticking around. I will see you in the next class. Have a blessed day.